Good morning, welcome back to the show. 10:50 is the time. I'm Julia Hartley-Brewer. Philip Ingram's still with me. Very interesting, Philip Ingram, you already just said in the first hour of the show, the first few minutes of the show, that you believe the big stories today about Andrew and about staff at Sandringham apparently basically going on strike, saying we won't work for this guy because of his links with Epstein, all the things we know about him, that these are stories that are basically put out to try and get us to stop talking about the Prime Minister and Mandelson.
Yep. Oh, and we'll see lots of it over the next few days, as they try to deflect it. Standard deflection tactics.
Put the onus on the man we already all hate.
Yep.
OK, well, let's talk about this with royal commentator Angela Levin, who joins us now. Good morning to you, Angela.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us. I mean, again, there are a number of stories about Andrew that are going around. I mean, the plot is thickening because, first of all, let's talk about him leaving on Monday night, apparently in the dead of night, from Royal Lodge in Windsor, where he can be photographed riding a horse or driving a car, apparently waving at people. Apparently people want to be waved at by him. But then he's been basically exiled off to Norfolk in a house to wait for his other house to be renovated. It's not such a bad life, all still paid for by his brother, the King. But it turns out the staff aren't happy.
No, they're not. And they've been told that if they feel uncomfortable by working with him or for him, they don't have to. So this is something that is very interesting to do to staff. I think some of them are doing it and some of them aren't. So, you wouldn't have any staff if everybody wanted to walk off. So they are actually giving this so that they can get other people in.
Yeah, it's very interesting that they're in a position to do that. I mean,
Yeah, but you see, he can't do anything. He's never even cooked an egg or actually made his own tea. He's always had someone, and he's got quite a few chefs who are looking after him now. So if they don't want to do that, he'll be off.
That'll be good. I mean, he can go on a Zempic. He can lose get a little bit trimmer. He may need that to run away from all the lawsuits. So more allegations are coming forward about there's this nasty Andrew and Jeffrey Epstein apparently asked an exotic dancer for a threesome, according to some of these files. The allegations that the police say they're looking into this, that a second woman, I think there's also some talk about a third, has claimed to have been basically sent to London to have, sent to England to have sex with Andrew. And of course, the latest overnight, that infamous picture, of course, of Prince Andrew, as he then was, with his arm around Virginia Giuffre when she was just 17. Ghislaine Maxwell there, it's supposed to be taking place in Ghislaine Maxwell's Mews house in London, ahead of when basically Virginia Giuffre said she was basically told you're to have sex with Andrew. Led to the whole Newsnight interview. I was in the Pizza Express in Woking. I couldn't have been dancing with her and sweating because I couldn't sweat at the time. All this nonsense. Turns out all completely untrue, because there's a document in there written by Ghislaine Maxwell that basically confirms the photo was real and it was taken in her home.
Yes, but she does say as well that there's no knowledge of her having any sexual behaviour.
Except, of course, Virginia Giuffre claimed, sadly now dead, took her own life, that she's claimed, has she not, that that she told, she was congratulated, praised by Ghislaine afterwards. Well done, the prince was very happy.
Yes, I mean, I'm just telling you what she said. I don't know that you can listen to what she said anyway, stating for the record as but I don't think that you can actually listen to her. She's waited a long time. They found her email very recently. The Mail did that. Yeah. And that's what they've got inside. But, you get the feeling that you can't trust anybody saying anything about this disgusting behaviour of anyone.
And that's the thing.
I just had an idea.
Please do.
You see, that Abu Dhabi, one of the Sheikh Mohammed there, has said that he would like Andrew to go and live there.
He's welcome to him.
It was a very good idea.
Yeah, welcome to him. I think the worry, of course, of him going off doing that, of course, the lifestyle he'd be given is what would he be found doing there? I mean, goodness me, there'll no doubt be there'll be people taking there'll be people taking photographs of him doing God knows what. Do you think there's worse to come? Because basically everything that both Andrew and Sarah Ferguson, his ex-wife, have said in public since all of this affair has ever occurred, has ever come to light, has been proven to be completely and utterly untrue. Oh, I had no contact with him. I was barely having any contact. I broke it off. It's all nonsense. They both carried on. They were money grubbing. They wanted the free business class flights. They wanted the stay in his home, and they were asking him for money, and they were all over him. I mean, just literally just like crawling and grovelling and praising him all the time.
Yeah, well, we know that. It's very difficult to understand what is real and what isn't real nowadays. But this woman, a very attractive woman who is a dancer, she was persuaded to have sex with him, so it says, but they said that they would give her $10,000 and they only gave $2,000. So there's a big argument there, which could come up to, to be very, very difficult, because, but I could say that it won't be written, will it? It won't be done as a contract, so we don't know. But I think this way of dealing with women is just so revolting. It's repulsive.
And what was particularly repulsive, was it not, with the fact that Sarah Ferguson took her daughters at 19 and 20 to go and stay with Epstein after he was convicted of soliciting a 14-year-old for prostitution.
Yes. She wanted them to meet him, and afterwards they had what they call a party. Now, I don't like the word. I just think it's revolting. I knew this back a few months, and I thought to myself, why on earth would she take two attractive girls?
I don't think they were his type, to be fair. Looking at all the pictures of the women who are the girls who he did groom and abuse and rape and traffic, I think those girls were safe. I'm not being rude. I just, he clearly had a type.
Yeah, well, I hope you're right there.
No, but again, but it's disgusting, isn't it? But either way, it's disgusting and repulsive. And I think we do have higher standards from mothers, do we not, than other men involved in this. But this is the thing. I just think there's so much more that's going to come out. More and more people seem to be coming forward.
There's millions of things to come along. So the papers will be full of it for absolutely ages. And the more you read about it, the more sick you feel, actually. It is terrible. And I wonder for myself that he's loved his mother. She loved him, she adored him, but his behaviour throughout his life has not shown any care or attention to women.
But he was raised a prince. I mean, he was just raised, the spare, he had no responsibilities, he was indulged. I mean, he's obviously a narcissist who thinks that he's the centre of the universe and everything should go around him.
Yes, that's true. But he never listens to what anyone is told about anything. He knows everything. And he still carried with him all that he did in the Navy. Yeah,
and also he hilariously was of the view that that Newsnight interview was A, a good idea, and B, after he'd done it, that it had gone well.
Yes, that's right. And so he rang his mother and he said, I'm going to show them round the Buckingham Palace because it's done so very well. And you think, where's your judgment? And I think that's right, that he can't understand anything. He can't get to understand what it is that's been so awful, his own behaviour and his manner. And that's actually very important, that somebody... OK, they do certain bad things. I'm not saying that he's done so many, but the bad thing...
I think he probably has.
No, but you just got to learn afterwards. That
thick, posh, privileged people never have to learn because mummy pays the people off and he thinks he gets away with it. The question is how much damage this does to the royal family. Although the general view seems to be, the king acted swiftly, brutally, and as he should have done, to basically drop the title, shove him out of the house, put him, send him into, exile. It's not, it's not such a bad life, but that he acted rather quicker, certainly, than Keir Starmer did. Anyway, Angela Levin, great to talk to you, world commentator Angela Levin. Really appreciate you joining us. Lots more to come on all of this. Lots more calls from you as well. 0344 499 1000.